a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
We got three, fellas. We got three. Hey, switch gears. Leopard!
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Gun! Hey, you got 3. Gun!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This complete to Henry over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. He'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gordon. Quick slant there, gets him the first down. 6 yards on the play.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now a play fake here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
No. Check. Patriot.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
And Gostkowski's kick is good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 21.
6-18. 29.
Now Carr. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you've got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Gordon. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. On the toss, Bernard. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I like the call. Inside the red zone running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
Looking to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now, the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They come out here in the I.
Watch it now, Barney!
They'll set up to throw. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Josh Gordon, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Nice little juke. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
24.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Wide open, Amari Cooper. There he goes, Amari Cooper. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Amari Cooper, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Bernard. Mario Edwards Jr. there to bring him down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, we got 3 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. They've got a 3rd down and 5 to start things out. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders have recovered. So the coach putting the blitz on. And remember, that coach, former defender in this league. He loves this.
Yeah, they love to see it happen because I think they just have that flashback about when they were playing, right? And that's what we were taught. That's what we did. And they use that same impact with their own teams and do the same type of teaching.
So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll run it here with Bernard. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They're going to look to throw. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Now a handoff looking right. A great move, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. They'll look to throw here. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And some space here. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
No. Check. Patriot.
Now Bernard. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Mike, 55. Gun! Detroit! Roy!
Back to throw here. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
637.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
29.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And now running right through him. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
4. Single. That's single the slot. White. Go. Right here.
Throwing now is Carr. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Hey, boys, got 4. Hey, 7:34. Purdue.
Shotgun now for Carr. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
Low. 808. Hey, Raider 2. Come here.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. Now Benjamin. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Henry. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there at 22. This quarterback now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Dancing to his left. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now the Chargers hustling, trying to get up and get set. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Carr being chased out left. Going deep. And he fires one that's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Now back to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 2 big plays in succession, and the Chargers on the move.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. He gets away from one. And past the 30 down to about the 27. 9 yards on the gain there, and it's going to bring up a tough 3rd and 7.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
He'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's a rare 2-miss ball game for him now. Normally one of the more dependable guys you're going to find around.
Very unlike him. One of the better kickers in the NFL. And I don't think there's anything wrong with him physically or mechanically. He's just having one of those games.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
You got 56 there. Hey. 4 down. 6:37.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
When I watch plays like that, I give a lot of thanks that my DNA did not make me an offensive tackle, because that is a very difficult job to hold your block against a really good defensive end and hang on to it so your runner can get to the edge and do it without holding. I don't know that that's really possible for very many people.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
93.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And it's 3rd down.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
7:34.
Carr now to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jaleel Adai. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
The good old toss play. And this time they go to the left side, so give a lot of credit to the offensive line. Center, guard, tackle, able to seal that side. But the guy that we don't give enough credit to, wide receivers. They have to do a great job of blocking downfield. Otherwise, that play can be spilled in the backfield. In this case, everyone handled their responsibilities, and they picked up really nice yardage. Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The Chargers on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. He'll drop to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Detroit!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They'll drop to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. And his kick is right through. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now here come the Raiders. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
694.
From the gun, it's Carr. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So out come the Chargers. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
Hey, we got 3 down. Detroit! I got 86. Check.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a 1st down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with a running back. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Lucky 56. Chinese on the Ringo. Over.
They'll set up to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. He got 29 yards that time. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering Is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Now after the INT, it's Carr. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
29, 93, 93.
On second down, here's Carr. Shifts by him. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Give him 8 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
4 down, check. 29, 29. Hey, Raider 2.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got this down to the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
We got 4. Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
7:34.
They'll look to throw. Over the middle, Cooper with it. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Hey, 7:34. Go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. And now the timeout call. So 5 seconds left. And a field goal would send us to overtime. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is indeed good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. Set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Throwing on first down is Carr. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Express. 694.
On first down, Carr finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Give him 6 on the play. And it'll be second down. Back-to-back completions, and that puts them in enemy territory.
And we're always looking for that elusive term momentum, aren't we? And I think they're building it with the back-to-back completions. Now they feel like they can either take a shot or continue to build it the way that they're doing now. Safe throws, get it to their playmakers, and see what happens.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Hey, here we go.
Carr now on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up second down. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
Here we go. 694. 29. 29.
On first and 10, here's Carr. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They're backed up here with a first and 20 now after the holding penalty.
24. Go, Chief. Low.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. His throw incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. He digs them partway out of the hole that they're in. It's an 8-yard gain, and it makes it 3rd and 12. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12.
4 down. Check. Go.
From the gun, Carr. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up, because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. A field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown. Finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to throw here. And, if he could have just clutched that and fallen to the ground, it's an overtime victory. Instead, incomplete. They sort of got a new lease on life there. If he picks that off, this ball game's over.
I can hear it. I can hear it. I can hear it. My defensive backs coach at Tennessee, a lost opportunity is never regained. Used to drive him crazy when I dropped those potential interceptions, as that one was there.
Detroit!
They'll look to throw here. And Green with a catch left side. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. I know there may be temptation to go for it here in overtime, but you have to punt the football.
I like how emphatic you are about it, because I know the tendency is, as a player, let's go get this thing. You're actually telling your coach, come on, coach, we can get it. We have that play call. And the head coach has to remember, that play call likely isn't there. Punt the ball away. Punt it away. Be smart.
Trust your defense.
Trust them.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. Picked off right around the 43. And that's how this one ends, in dramatic fashion in overtime with the interception. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with the long.